So, I am changing my island theme and I decided to start at a blank slate. Well, not exactly at a blank slate. I didn't want to lose everything. So before restarting, I wanted to transfer about 5 full inventories of items to my friend Theodora, and she was kind enough to let me invade her beaches with my stuff. And she also dressed like me, which is very cute. Thank you. After returning to my island, I took a one last look at my kit core aisle and started to mentally prepare for the restart. Oh my god. Oh god. I started the moving process, giving them my name and my social security number, and then they took my passport photo. Regarding the island, I had 3 wishes. Resident services far from the airport, river mouths facing 2 different sides, and a yellow airport. And I kinda wished for apples. I didn't think my wishes would be that hard, but then I realized my odds. And I got so many blue airports and maps that look like this. I had to do a lot of restarting. I was gonna be fine with any kind of fruit, honestly. I just kinda wanted apples, but that you can change like afterwards. You can grow any kind of fruit on your island. The restarting pattern would go pretty much like this. A good map, but then the wrong airport color. Or bad maps, then an okay map, wrong airport color. This pattern would go on and on for a while, but I think after an hour of restarting, I found the one. On the bottom right corner, I see the perfect map. The resident service is so far away. I'm like, okay, I gotta take this. But I'm thinking, it has no chance to have a yellow airport, right? I'm flying over the island, and then I see it. It's a yellow airport. This was gonna be the island. After being bombarded by joy, I just followed the people to the plaza and was still dumbfounded by my luck. Only at this point I realized my starter villagers were Fuchsia and Sheldon. The Mr. Tanuki himself, Tom Nook, welcomed us to the island and told us to set up tents. I placed my tent near the river and went to check on the others. Fuchsia was thinking placing her tent right in front of the airport, and I was like, no girl, let me help you. I realized I should have placed her tent on the beach so it wouldn't get in the way of my builds in the future, but it's the future me's problem, right? Though I remembered to do that with Sheldon's tent, thank God. After I were done placing our tents, Tom Nook wanted us to have an island warming party and exercise teamwork, which means Tom, Timmy, Tommy, Fuchsia and Sheldon do nothing and I do all the work. Accepting my fate, I go gather the tree branches to make the campfire and peaches to make some sweet peach juice. After the Satan himself lit the fires of HE2 hockey sticks, we had to decide on the island name. Since I have no imagination, I went with Tinland. Of course, it's my brand. Why not? Although others had great suggestions such as Isla del Biceps, Tinland won with flying colors. Though with great power comes great responsibility, and Tom decided that I should be the island's resident representative. I greatly accepted my role, and after the formalities we got lit, and I had too much of that sweet peach juice and went lay down for a while. I had a weird fever dream where a dog called me daddy, and then I woke up the next day to Tom Nook screaming outside my tent. He had gifts for me, a Nook phone, which I was really happy about, and another surprise gift, a bill. Great. Tom quickly realized I didn't have any bells on me, so he decided I can pay with Nook miles. You can rack up Nook miles from doing basically any kind of tasks around the island, so I got to work right away. Tom piqued my interest within a DIY workshop, so I had to participate. I made myself a fishing rod and a net so I can catch some fish and bugs later. After the workshop, I did some selling and buying with Timmy, which also accumulated some Nook miles for me, which was very nice. I was still craving Nook miles, so I decided to write on the bulletin board of the plaza. Making those miles, baby. I went fishing like it was my first time, and I caught the ultra mega rare sea bass. Wowza. And I also caught some bugs. Little by little, I started picking up the weeds that have conquered the island, and at this point I only realized my native flowers are cosmos. My favorite, yay! Also, selling the weeds can rack up some Nook miles for you. Mr. Nook was interested in the bugs and fish I was catching on the island and decided to send them to his friend Blathers. Blathers got so excited and decided to come to Finland to do some research and maybe start even a museum. And because I am the resident rep, I have to do all the work and I get to decide where the Blathers tent goes. After making such big decisions, I went to gather some resources and grind those Nook miles. I realized I should probably try creating some custom designs to get more miles, and that was just enough to pay my bills. I gladly gave him away my 5,000 Nook miles and I'm happy to be no longer in debt, at least for now. Of course, Mr. Capitalism himself made me get another loan for a house, but this time Nook miles won't cut it. I have to pay with bells. I hate being in debt. In my financial agony, I decided to finish today's adventure by making some decorations to place around my tent. It is actually very nice and refreshing to start again, like all over again, right from the beginning. And it reminds me of the hard work I did on my previous island. And yes, by the way, this island's theme is gonna be farmcore, if I didn't tell you that earlier. But as you can guess, many farmcore speed builds are coming up your way after I get to 3 stars on this island. So subscribe for another great journey and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.